larger than life. He'll give you strife. He's Todd. He's tall, he's mean, he's labeling machine. He's Todd. Rides a motorbike, he'll tell you what it's like. He's Todd. Don't know what he'll say, he'll scare the kids away. He's Todd. He's Todd.
Well, hot damn. Hey, thanks for the clap. So I can't hear anything. If Kate is actually across the way, I'll explain that in a minute, but I can't hear anything coming through the monitor. So if Kate starts yelling, you'll probably hear in the background. So the BS Roadshow actually continues. This week I am in lovely Denver, Colorado. It's supposed to be 81 degrees. And you can see I've spent, most of the morning setting up my impromptu studio. So I'm actually here to do some other filming on some different segments. And I was supposed to be up in Salt Lake City this week, and that fell through. So I'm here in lovely Denver. Last week I was actually in Austin, Texas, and did a show down there with Mr. Jamie Brookover. It's always, it's a pleasure for him to see me. All right. So anyway, we spent half the week together in Austin, and this is actually going to be my last show prior to surgery. And so the next time you guys see me, it's going to be on the 9th, and I'm going to be 7 days out of back surgery. And so you got to tune in for this, because chances are I'm going to be so hopped up on painkillers, it's going to make for a great show. And so make sure you tune in for that. And we'll have details about that show later on. So anyway, in lovely Colorado, here for a couple of days, I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in. I want to thank everyone for checking out my YouTube channel. It's growing every day. There's a lot of really good information out there on that YouTube channel. And so a lot of people ask me, it's like, Todd, what do you do in your free time? All right. And I want to show you kind of, one of the hobbies that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this screen. Kate's already seen this picture. But this was a new service I started, a little side hustle. Why not? Right. So let's see if this comes up. And Kate, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up, and let's show the crowd what kind of like what I like to do. This is my new personal porta potty service. It's very personalized, and so this is the fun that I get to have back on the ranch. Actually, I was taking this out to the dumpster, and I didn't want to carry it. So what better way is to hop on the little mini tractor, and away you go. So anyway, hopefully somebody grabs a screenshot of that. Just no social media, please. So anyway, today we're talking our new application. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you our old app. And at some point, that app is going to be decommissioned. The app has been out there for 6 or 7 years, and it served its purpose well. But our new Pro Label tool, it's pretty exciting. It has some great features on there, and I'm not going to go through everything, but I do have the ability to show everybody in the audience how it looks. And so with that being said, now to give you a little preface of how this works is that on the actual printers up here, out in the field, you have the ability to serialize. And so serialization, for those who don't know, it is the ability to put in your first identifier, tell the machine how many cable wraps, how many patch panel ports you want. It basically builds a job for you. Now, you also have the alternative of putting in a database for much larger jobs. But if you're just doing Mac work and little bits here and there, you're probably better off just serializing it. And one of the pitfalls that the old app did not have was the ability to serialize. And so that is available now, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that. You also have the availability to connect databases as well. So we're going to go into the broader prospect, if you will, of how this thing works with our partners and our partnerships out there, if you will. So I'm going to try to share the screen. Oh, by the way, I had a great dinner with my older brother Sam and my sister-in-law Lisa last night. Thank you very much. I-25 was an absolute mess, and so hopefully you understand what I actually go through, in order to come up and see you guys. So I really hope you appreciate that. Um, it's always good to see Sam. We're fresh off, and I don't know if you saw the last episode that I did with UL Swift. That was San Diego. That was the morning after the Cult concert, and they rocked the house, and I myself got rocked. And but anyway, from San Diego to Austin to the BS tour continues. So on with the application part. So what I'll do here is, again, I'm going to try and share my screen. I'm not very good at this. All right, so let's go here. And Kate, I think that's coming up right now. And hopefully nothing's up here that is too incriminating. All right, so I think I've shut everything off at this point. So all you though, all those out there who, whenever this stuff is on, don't be texting me and because it's not going to go through. So let's try that again. I know it came up briefly. It disappeared. Son of a bitch. It disappeared. God dang it. Oh my God. It's one of those days. Well, you know what? I feel kind of like a turd in a punch bowl. Y'all saw it. It came up. It went away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and connect real quick again. Let's see if this works. If not, then, man, I got a whole lot of fluff to fill, and I'm going to give you some visualizations, if you will. But let's go ahead and let's try and connect this thing again, and we'll see what happens. So I go here, and then I'll go here, and then I go here, and then it's not popping up. Oh my God. All right. So for some technology, all right. For some reason I got booted off the network here, and it was probably intentional. Let me try that again. Bear with me, folks. It says I'm on. All right, that's a good thing. Let's go to the mirroring thing, and we'll see what pops up. So while I'm trying to get this crap up and running here, all right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the apps, and if anything else, I think I have a little something to show you. So let's, some people get embarrassed when this happens. I don't give a rat's butt. I was going to say ass, but you can't say that. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the crap's not working. Santa Maria. All right. So the new PLT app. While I'm talking to you, well, first of all, let me give you a visualization of this thing. In the past with our cable label tool, again, it was very, very simplistic, very basic. I'm going to bring up an email. I'm going to share an email here, and I think it's got some stuff on there that I can show you. But in the past, it was very archaic, and you can print pretty little labels one at a time and stuff like that. Then you had to use another app called iLink and Label. So one of the things we've done is I am going to share this, and hopefully this stuff works. So let me go back here. Kate, let's can you hold up your app to the cam? Kate says, can I hold my app up to the cam? Say that fast 3 times. And yes, I will, Kate. That's a fantastic idea. You're the brains. I'm just the looks. So I'll try that here in a second. So let me, before I show you that, let's show you this and some of the things we've done in the past. All right. And Kate, I'm going to share this. Is we have made these partnerships, and it started off with Fluke many years ago, and that really never, it just kind of stagnated, and we didn't do much with it. And then I found a loophole in our iLink and Label that allowed us to bring in other partners. So we started off with AEM, then we brought Softing in, Trend Networks, Sunbird, NetAlly, but you only had the ability to basically transfer this data into the PTE 550, which is up here. And so now the cool thing is that you have the ability to transfer the same database into multiple printers. Now my mouse isn't working. Oh my God. Oh, this is great. This is just absolutely great. There we go. Oh. Anyway, you had the ability to only put it into our PTE 550W. And now you have the ability to where you can actually put the databases into the PTE 800 via the Pro Label tool, right? Which is a good thing. You can even go into, you're right, Matt, must be a 3-day weekend coming up. You can also put it into the PTP 950W, all right? And the beautiful thing about that is that now it basically covers all the gamut. So when you're out in the field, if you're doing general labeling, if you're doing patch panels, if you're doing cable labels, if you're doing flags, the whole 9 yards, you have the ability to use a plethora. I watched the Three Amigos actually this weekend, so that just popped up. So you have a plethora of machines that you on. And so that's a very, very good thing with the Pro Label tool. And I'm going to make one last ditch effort, all right, to go ahead and try and bring this up one more time. If not, I'm going to have to do it the old damn fashioned way, and I'm going to have to put my phone up to the screen, which kind of sucks. But anyway, let's go into here. And you got any background music, Kate? Maybe you can a little elevator music or something. I don't know. This app will not close. Now I'm on the Brother Network. And this is the first time that I think I've been on the Brother Network in many, many years. Usually when they call me in the office, it's for a reprimand. This time the bosses aren't around, so I'm good to go. So anyway, let's go ahead and try this mirroring thing again. Oh, it's going to be a good day. All right, you know what? Screw that. I'm done. I'm done with that. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. All right. And I'm going to do it this way. Kate, I've tried all that crap and it's just not working. So anyway, here is, without further ado, all right, here is the old app right here. All right. Oh, that's not too bad. All right. So the old app was kind of pretty and it didn't do much of anything. And you can only print really one label at a time. All right. So it was kind of archaic the way that this thing worked, but it was cool because it hooked up to the PTE 550 and the 800 itself, and you can, do little bits here and there. Now, on the new app, which is the Pro Label tool, it's not quite as sexy as the other one, right? Not quite as sexy, but it does a lot more. All right. And the beautiful thing about this, I'm going to actually try it this way. I'm watching myself on the screen right here. All right, but let's go to a cable wrap. Oh, that worked out well. On the bottom here, what you're going to do is tap new cable wrap. Now, this is actually working out okay. All right, so here you can pick the circumference of the actual wire cable that you're doing. All right, unit of measure. All right, it's got all those built in. Cat 5, Cat 6, Cat 6A coax, or you can pick the gauge of wire that you're wrapping. So in this particular case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Cat 6A. Let's see how well this works out. Oh, that's not bad. All right. Here's your layout here. But the cool thing about this is when you hit done, on the bottom here, you can see where you connect the database, you can serialize. All right. So I can actually go into serialize. All right. And it brings up that screen right there. Why am I shaking? Probably because I'm looking like an idiot. So the serialization right here, let's just say I'm going to do A01-01. When I hit that serialize button, which is right there, all right, it's going to ask me, how many do I want to serialize? Well, in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do, I don't know, let's do 20 of them. When I hit the done button, you can see it builds a whole job for me. When I go back here, again, you basically select what you want to print. You hit print, and away you go. All right. Same thing with the patch panels. Same thing with the cable wraps we just did. Same thing with the flag. It's a beautiful thing when it comes to that. Now, you can also connect the database. Same thing we can do with our iPrint and label, but now it's basically housed inside one app. So again, I'm going back to this. All right. When I hit the done, all right, it's going to ask me to connect the database. Now the database needs to be into CSV form. When I select this, and the way that this works is very simple, is that you can take a database, you email it to whoever it is out in the field. They're going to save it to their phone, just like this. And then once you bring this up, let's just try this. All right, there's my database. I'm done. I'm done. All right. All I have to do is connect this to the printer and it starts printing. So if I hit next, all right, you can also map out the fields, which is pretty cool. So let's say you had a couple of lines of information on that database and you wanted to combine those. You can do that as well. So what I'll do here is I only have one line. I'll hit done. And again, you can see it pops right up. A01. If I down and I select A010, all right, again, print. You can select a range if you want, or you can just blow and go on this darn thing. It also has a pretty cool feature, which is a TIA function. The TIA function is in accordance with 606D. And you know I'm a big fan of ANSI TIA 606D, which is, it's now D. And there's not a lot of changes, by the way, in D. Very, 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 very minute as far as the labeling. There's other changes, obviously. But the cool thing is that in accordance to that, you can select, let's say, rack 1, going to rack 2, going to port 1, going to, and it builds that 606D label for you. It's pretty freaking cool. And so actually, Sam, it ain't going to happen. So bye, Sam. All right. So some of the other things you can do with this is that, as you can see here, there is many, many things you can do. Cable wraps. We do have new die cuts, and I think Kate and I are going to do some videos on that later. Here's your patch panel face plates. It even has your old 66 punch down blocks. Now, there's also other templates built in here. So things like safety signage. All right. These can be changed on the actual phone before you print. So if it's not 110 volts, if it's you know more, you can change that as well. So the other cool for electricians, right? Hey, how about doing some breaker panels, breaker labels? All right. And again, what you can do is you can tap on here. As you can see, there's main switch, but I can double tap it and I can do BS with Todd. Boom, right there. So it does have voice recognition to build these things. So there's another cool thing for my our Sparky friends out there, is that you can do breaker panels with this as well. Asset management. Another very, very cool feature about this is that there's pre-built templates in here for asset management. As you can see, there's a whole bunch. Now, if I tap on this, okay, I can change all of this verbiage right here, but I can also change the QR code. So watch as I tap on this. Okay, tells me it's a QR code right here. If I want to change the QR code to any other type, a micro QR code, if you will, I can do that as well. But down here, there's where I change the parameters of the barcode, or basically what is embedded in the barcode. So that is another very, very cool feature about this app. Let's see, tool IDs. All right, very simplistic. But again, if you want to put your company name in there, if you want to put a barcode on there for any type of asset management, here's some other different types of barcodes. Sorry about that ring light, but data matrix barcodes, QR codes, code 39 barcodes. So really just about anything or any type of barcode that your company may be using, or maybe this is the platform that you choose for your asset management, again, it's all right there. I mean, so it's kind of a one and done. I always speak about this one and done app, or excuse me, one and done process, with labeling. And the less it takes to get that information out and labeled on whatever you're affixing it to, if you can do it one and done and not have to go back until you need to replace the label. It's kind of the same thought process going into this app, is that it's a one and done. So it's going to serialize just like the printers can, right? A great advantage of, or you can add a database like our iLink and Label. So it combines basically those two apps into this app. But again, you have the ability to use this with some of our other printers, whereas before, utilizing, with AEM and Softing and Trend Networks, and you were kind of limited to the PTE 550. Well, now it opens up to the other printers, and so I'm a huge fan of the PTE 800 up here. The PTE 800 is kind of the PTE 550 on steroids and takes up to 36 millimeter tape. It'll do basically anything the 550 will, and you have a storage compartment for extra tapes. So I think that the PTE 800 is going to be a really good choice to use out in the field. It's also the very first portable desktop printer. So anyway, the 550 it works with, the PTE 800. It'll work with a PTP 950, which is this guy right here. If you have our control module up top to recall those labels. And so it's a great app, available for iOS and Android, either on the App Store, or what is it, Google Play. I'm just getting into Android right now. I'm a slow learner, so I actually got to play with the beta on this. Careful how you say that too, on the Android version, and it was kind of a pain in the butt because I don't know anything about Android, but I did get to help with some of the input on this, and then finally iOS came out, and it works on any platform. We just won a couple awards on this thing, and we're excited about these awards. One was an IF award, an IF award. And I guess that's a big whoop-de-doo in the industry. So this just won an award there. And then I think we're up CINM or something like that. Kate, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that we're up for some other award on this app. So anyway, what is it? Oh, safety signage. Never mind. Our safety signage is up for an award with ECNM. Yeah, but the app is for IF. Thanks for being out there, Kate. And actually, she's right out there. But anyway, so if you want to see the app in action, I will be back at the home office after Friday, where I have a stable network and everything works, because I've done this 100 times from home. Somehow there's some type of conflict. There could be, I don't know what the hell they got going on here. But I was really, really looking forward to showing you guys on the screen how it worked. And I did the best I could. But if you want more information, or if you want me to go through this with you, please reach out and contact me. And I'd love to get on a Zoomy or the Teams or whatever the hell they're using these days, and show you how this thing works. Again, it's not the sexiest thing out there. But I tell you what, it is pretty powerful. And there's a lot more that this is going to do. So this just came out. We're still working on some other things, creating some more custom stuff for this particular app right here. So stay tuned. Good things to come for this. And I think that's I've made enough of an ass of myself during this episode here. You know what? I'll give myself one of those, and then I'll give myself one of these. The thing is, I can't hear this. So I don't know what's going on. There's a thank you button here. Hold on.
Thank you for being
anyway, with that being said, look at the time. This is why I like guest on. I'm not used to doing this myself anymore. So anyways, 10:25. We're going to do a little wrap up here. Again, if you have any questions about this app, I'm actually pretty proficient at it right now. I just can't project that to you out there. Oh my God, I'm glad it's Thursday. So what do we got coming up? June 9th. The winning solution is safety signage. And so I just mentioned we are up for an award with EC&M for safety signage. And I know myself, I just got a whopper of a project down in Corpus Christi, actually, for the oil and gas field. So our safety signage is starting to take off, and that is our 4-inch labeling, pipe marking, and arc flash, and MSDS, and secondary GH, and lockout tagouts and stuff like that. Anyway, that stuff is available as of right now, and guess what? It's in stock. So if you got any questions on safety signage, reach out to me and I'll help you along that process as well. So anyway, June 9th, join me a week after surgery for a drug-induced webisode about safety signage. That should be a hoot. June 23rd, what would Todd do? Questions and answers. Hey, you know what? It's wide open. You know, it's kind of like an Ask Todd Anything, Kate, I guess, and you know, I think there's going to be some questions ahead of time that are done that I'm going to answer questions. But on the side, you know, if you need any marital advice, financial advice, bad advice, you can contact me anytime. I'm full of that. Kate says it's advice on projects and etc. So my advice is go get more projects and you'll buy more labels. All right. So Kate, take that one off the tape there. So tape talks with Todd. We're going to talk about tapes. Woo! Yes, sir. We're going to talk about tapes. And we got a lot of good footage from the past we've done. And I'm going to talk about just all the attributes of our tapes, which really sets us apart from our competition. So that's on July 29th. And who knows, actually, I think I'm going to be, Kate, I think I'm going to be back out here in Colorado. I think I am, because I got a camping trip in Estes Park. I get to go see Yogi Bear. And then I also have a show down in Denver. So anyway, I think I might be back out here. We'll see. So anyway, hey, if you haven't gotten on to my damn YouTube channel, scan the damn barcode. So the thing is growing, and you know, we're getting more and more people here every week, which is fantastic. And I'm starting to get recognized at events until I you know, I want $5 for an autograph, and then they go. What's wrong with $5? It's only $5. All right. But nonetheless, it's kind of a cool thing we're doing here. And it's really starting to grow, and there's some really good educational stuff out there. So if you hadn't, you can always go to bswithtodd.com. All the episodes are on bswithtodd.com. Not all of the episodes are on YouTube just yet. So if you don't see something to your liking, go to bswithtodd.com as well. So when you get a chance, scan the barcode and sign up for further information. So as far as our contact information, typically I'm on the West Coast, and but I've been just about everywhere the past couple of weeks. I'll be back home Friday. Mr. Jamie Brookover, which again, I just spent some time in Austin with him. He is in Virginia Beach. Mr. Dan Cobb is out in Wisconsin. I think Dan is going to be joining me for the next show on the safety signage. He's a whiz at this stuff. He hasn't confirmed yet, but he'll be on. He'll be on, because I ain't doing this myself. So Mr. Bruce Page is in Marblehead, Massachusetts. And so anyway, if you need to contact Bruce, good luck. Mr. Rob Dawkins out of North Carolina. And then Mr. Craig Robinson out of Sarasota, Bradenton. So anyway, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, or otherwise, reach out to me. Give me a call anytime. Shoot me an email. I love to talk about labeling. Love to talk about all sorts of things. But you know what? That's my life, labeling. So if you got any questions, let me know. It's 11:30. Kate, I want to thank you very much. I can see you over your cube over there. Looks like you're sitting on your phone book. So yes, I can see you over there in your cube. But anyway, thanks for all having me here in Colorado. Appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next episode on the 9th. Thank you very much. I'm out.